Okay, joined by Tulane head coach Jay Uhlman. Coach, we'll start with just can we get your thoughts on the game, please, and we'll open up to questions.
Tremendous victory against a really well-coached, tough team. Just a gritty, gutty effort by us, and I thought Flata did a tremendous job getting us off to a really, really good start. And we had a little bit of a baton pass there. We went for it with Sahajic, and sometimes things work out, and sometimes they don't. And then we passed the ball on to Tayler, and he emptied his tank. And what a gutty performance by him as well. And then offensively, we just kept pressure on them, and some two-out RBIs and some big homers and a lot of individual performances. Played good defense. I thought it was a really complete effort by our club, and to beat a really good 40-plus win UTSA team. Like I said, I have tremendous respect for how they go about it, and I think they're a tough team.
Questions in the room here?
Yeah, Jared Morris, D1 Baseball. Yeah, it's no surprise you guys are a doubles offense, gap to gap. Did the long ball surprise you today?
No, I mean, not that it surprises you, but I think when you have way more doubles than you do homers, I don't think in years past when we've been here, 98 homers and 87 homers or something like that, that was always part of the play. And but in Clearwater, when the prevailing wind is kind of that way, if you just square up a ball and get some backspin on, it's got a chance to go. And so, I mean, not surprised, but it's certainly not been the cowbell of our offense.
Okay, we'll go to the Zoom. We'll go to Gary Smith, please.
James Agabedis, 2 home runs, and they were no doubt home runs the second they left the bat. Obviously, that's not his MO. Is that just another example of all the players talk about feeling like this is their home away from home? Just how clutch were those at bats for him?
Yeah, they're huge, and he's done it here before. His freshman year, he smashed a homer. He's had some big ones, one off Heath Savage at our place, and he's had some. His homers have been few and far between, but they've been really important ones. So he's just the game rewards guys like him. He works his butt off. He's patient. He waits his turn. He's a great teammate, and the game loves players like him. So. Not surprised by his success. It's the kind of kid that he is, and the kind of person that he is that it's awesome. It's awesome that he gets rewarded that way, and he deserves that.
The one big inning UTSA had, they got their leadoff guy on, never in any other inning. How important is that when you're facing an offense like they have?
Yeah, it was huge. We got the double play to end it with Lytle sitting on deck. That was a ginormous part of the game, for us to get out of that and get off the field tied with that double play with him looming on deck. Just huge. So that's one of the criteria is always talks with the pitchers about is, 6 or more leadoff guys off base in a game. And obviously we did that. And when you can keep a team like that has the kind of offense that's one of the top offenses in the country, my hat's off to our pitching and our defense. Those guys that ran out there did a tremendous job, and really proud of the effort that they gave us.
This is the 3rd straight year Tulane started. You've started 2-0 in the tournament. To put that in perspective, the last time before that for Tulane in any tournament was 2005, the last College World Series year. What can you put your finger on about? It seems like you push all the right buttons, and then the players do everything right on the field, just time after time after time.
I would like to think of that as a body of work. It doesn't always work out the way we've wanted it to work out in terms of the volumes of wins. But I think the thing that we do is we teach through the wins, we teach through the losses, we teach through the tough times. Our guys believe we're like families. We have arguments and fights and disagreements, and I don't give everybody what they want all the time, and that's a hard pill to swallow. But I think the body of work as you go through a season, the trust, even in times when they don't get what they want, that we're doing everything we can the right way, I think is really important. And then, we're not running our guys out there for 120 pitches every single game, the whole 14 weeks of the season. In case in point with Lombardi yesterday, he was fresh and ready to go. We didn't put our self-interests and our egos in front of our players' needs, and it's never about us. It's always about our players. And I think just, again, we don't always get what we want in terms of the volume of wins, but I think the body of work with how we do it internally that nobody else can see but us internally, and how we go about our business allows us to put ourselves in position here. And when we talk about the things we talk about, our guys, they're just ready to play. They feel good about being here.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go next to Andrew Riddell, please. College Baseball Central.
Hey, Coach. So what'd you tell the guys before the game going into this big game against UTSA this morning?
Not something I'm going to really share. I think those things are better left in private. But it wasn't long. It wasn't some super rah-rah speech or anything like that. It was just a lot of truisms and just things I wanted to see them do. And, nothing super special. It's always the players that go out and do those things. And, I wish I could give you something special, but I don't really have anything special to share.
Anything else for Coach? Jay, thanks so much.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
All right. And the Tulane student athletes here can go with we'll go with James Agabedis first. And we can start in the room with any questions for James. Okay, we can go right to the Zoom then. Raise your hand if you have questions. We'll start with Gary.
Okay. James, they'd just tied it up. You guys had the lead for the whole game. You came up, smashed your second home run. Just what were you thinking going into that at bat, and just how good does it feel to continue this tradition of success that Tulane has in Clearwater?
Yeah, it's great. Another great team win for us, and we joke about it a lot that we get an off day, and that's really true and really important for both our pitching and for our bodies at this point of the season. But just trying to see it early and keep things as simple as possible.
5 home runs for the team today. You're used to winning here, but that's the first time all year you guys have hit that many home runs. That hadn't been the team's MO. And almost all of them were no doubters, yours and the others. Just what do you feel like was working for you guys on that today?
I don't think we did really anything different. I think I think we've been able to keep our process the same, and we've been working just as hard now as we have been the whole year. It just kind of happens that way. It's some people say the ball flies here, but we just keep putting good swings on the ball, and we got rewarded today for sure.
And you mentioned in the ESPN Plus the interview that just about how Tayler has changed. Just how nice is it to see him come out there and pitch the way he did? Because it was a tie game when he came in, and it was a 4-run lead by the time the game was over.
Yeah, Taylor's a guy that all year we've been able to rely on, and he's really grown, as I said. And everybody loves to see Tayler succeed. He's a great kid on and off the field, and he's overcome a lot of adversity and a lot of challenges. And so the year that he's had, we are really ecstatic about, and we love to see him on the mound, obviously.
How big was it to get to 2-0? Third straight year the team's done that. Obviously, when you get that, you're in commanding position. Just how good a feeling is it to be in that position yet again?
It's huge. It's huge. Like I said, we're now able to get 2 days off, and so we can rest some arms and our bodies can recover a little bit. And so getting off to a 2-0 start is really, really big.
Sorry, we'll go next to Jerry Briggs. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to ask about the 2 pitches that you hit for the home runs, just what they were and what you saw.
Yeah, first one was a slider, and the second one was a fastball. And I knew coming into today that they would try to spin me a little bit, because that's what they did, about a month ago when we played them. And I swung through three of them. So second at bat, I had an idea that they would go back to it, and they did. And I was able to put a good swing on it. And then just playing mind games, like I said on the on-field interview. And because of that, I think I had a feeling they'd go back to a fastball, and they did. And so it worked out.
Okay, anything else for James? Okay. James, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll bring in Tayler Montiel next. Okay, we'll go ahead with questions for Tayler. We'll start with Gary, please.
Taylor, can you confirm that you did pass the MCAT? And second of all, was this as big a test coming in today in that situation against that team and getting out of that jam?
Yes, sir. I did well on the MCAT. I'm excited with that. What was your second question again? I'm sorry. I forgot.
Just how big a test do you feel like you passed today? I mean, that was a crucial situation. They had just tied the game up. You had the conference player of the year was in the on deck circle, and you got that double play, and then a bunch of strikeouts in a row. Just how huge did that feel?
Yeah, it felt good. We kind of knew the game plan was go to Trey. We wanted to win this game a lot. 2-0 in this tournament has a lot of good results. So when I got in the game, I just wanted to fill it up the zone. I really didn't even know Lytle was on deck, to be honest. But got a ground ball, and then from there I just kind of settled in. And when we scored those runs, I was just trying to act like it was a tie game because I was pitching good then. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And you got the job done Tuesday, but you didn't feel. I don't think you felt as comfortable. How much did that help getting your feet wet on the mounds that you were just so much sharper today?
Yes, sir. Well, it's my third year here, and I've never actually stepped on the mound. I was saying that. So there was definitely some problems for me closing the game the other day. But like you said, I got it out the way, and I felt comfortable today. It was just another game, and it's good to be out there for sure this year.
5 home runs for this team. That's not the MO of this team, but the MO for this team is finding any type of different way to win in Clearwater. Just what can you say about that, and just the attitude that this team has every year?
Yes, sir. We were talking about it. We had a pitchers meeting the night before the first game. Everything to this point is just preseason. This is our season. This is when we need to come to play, and it's been great. The offense has been awesome, and we're looking to keep it going.
Okay, we'll go next to Andrew Riddell, please.
Hey Taylor, so how big of a role has Coach Izio been planning just going into this tournament? Obviously Tuesday against FAU and then today against UTSA.
Yeah. If you guys have listened to me get interviewed before, I give a lot of my credit to Izio. I think he's awesome, best in the business. And whatever his plan is, he knows how to win these tournaments. He did it when he was at Charleston Southern. He had a good run in a conference tournament, and here he's done a great job managing the pitching. So, whatever he decides, we have ultimate the trust and faith, and that's going to work out for us. Yeah.
Back to Gary.
Yeah, you made a lot of pitches today. When do you feel like you'd be available again in this tournament?
I'm really not sure. I like to go every day, so we'll see.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you, Taylor. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks everyone for joining.